Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another video, and today I'm talking about the NBA playoffs and the play-in games that transpired over the last couple of days. So basically, last year the NBA adopted a new system of play-in games. Last year, the 8 and 9 seed fought for played a play-in game to become the 8 seed. This year they made a slightly more confusing system. They made it so the 10 seed also had a chance to play in the play-in game. So basically, there's two rounds of the play-in games. There's the first round where the 7 seed plays the 8 seed and the 9 seed plays the 10 seed. And so basically how that works is the 7 and 8 play, and then the winner of that game automatically gets a spot in the finals, or in the playoffs. And then the loser of the 7 and 8 seeds plays against the winner of the 9 and the 10 seed. So I'll explain it more in the next slide. But basically, the first round of the play-ins just happened. The Celtics played the Wizards, the Pacers played the Hornets, the Lakers played the Warriors, and the Grizzlies played the Spurs. All of the higher seeds won. In the East, the games were blowouts. The Celtics and Pacers destroyed the Wizards and the Hornets. And then in the West, they're both very close games. The Lakers won by 3 after LeBron hit a deep three as time expired on the shot clock to get the lead. And then the Grizzlies won by 4. That game wasn't as close. The Grizzlies had a confident lead the entire time, whereas Golden State was winning the game in the West almost the entire game until the Lakers came back at the last minute. So now the Lakers and Celtics are both locked in as the 7 seeds. They earned the 7 seed, but now after playing the playing game, they're guaranteed the 7 seed. The Hornets and Spurs are out because they were the 10 seeds and they both lost. They don't have a second chance. Because the Wizards and the Warriors were already the 8 seed, they get a second chance to get into the playoffs. The Wizards play the Pacers, and the Warriors play the Grizzlies. So the winners of those two games will advance to the NBA playoffs. Right now, my prediction is that I think that the 9 seed Pacers are going to win, and the 8 seed Warriors are going to win. I think that the Warriors and Lakers are both going to make it. I think that the Pacers are going to upset the Wizards. The Pacers, I know that it's only a 1-game sample size, but the Pacers played a very strong play-in game. Their team looked very complete. When I was watching the Celtics-Wizards game, it didn't look the same. The Wizards didn't look like a strong team, or as strong as they could be with the team that they have in their record. They weren't playing together, and although they were shooting very well, they kind of beat themselves. They definitely shot better than the Celtics for the majority of the game, but they beat themselves in turnovers. They beat themselves in giving us penalty shots. And of course, we had Jason Tatum, who had his third 50-point game of the season, but still, I think that the Wizards could have played a much stronger game, and so I think that the Pacers might be able to use their momentum to their advantage after coming away with a really massive win, and after the Wizards got beaten by quite a bit. As for the Warriors and the Grizzlies, I think the Warriors are just a better team. They almost beat the Lakers. I mean, the Grizzlies barely beat a Spurs team that isn't very strong. The Warriors almost beat a Lakers team that is 40-something. Like that, with LeBron, they would be a number 3 or 4 seed. So the Warriors played a very strong game. The Grizzlies also played a strong game, but it just wasn't the same caliber. I think that the Warriors should be able to come away with a victory there. Looking at the playoff picture, we can see what I was saying about how the playing games work. Boston, Washington, the winner goes here. Lakers and Golden State, the winner goes here. And then 7/8 goes to the winner of 9 and 10, and then they fight for this. This is my prediction. I think the Pacers are going to take up this spot against the 76ers, I think that the Warriors are going to play Utah. I think that the Lakers are going to play Phoenix. I think that the Celtics are going to play the Nets. Looking at this, the only upsets I think possible in the first round is I think that the Lakers can beat Phoenix, and I think that the Lakers beating Phoenix is the most likely upset. I think that Philadelphia definitely has the easiest team to beat because they're a 1 seed, and the Pacers are, I think, the weakest team in the playoffs this year. The Celtics, or even whether it's the Pacers or the Wizards, I think the 76ers will have the easiest way to the next round. As for the Celtics, as I am a Celtics fan, I'm very excited for the series. I think it's going to be a very good series with really strong games from both sides. We have some good momentum after, again, Tatum scored 50 points in the last game, so I think that if there's any time to be playing the Nets, I think that now would be it. We just came off of a losing streak, and now we're trying to get momentum back. And I think that if we can win one of the games in Brooklyn, then we have a decent chance to win the series. We also have Kemba Walker back. I know that we're missing Jaylen Brown, but Kemba has been playing phenomenally. He's been getting 30-plus points a game, and so in the last few games, or the games that he's been playing. So I'm really excited for the playoffs this year. I think that all of these series are going to be really good. I expect the higher seed to win almost every series, of course. I think the Nets have a serious advantage over the Celtics. I think the Bucks have a serious advantage over the Heat. I think the Nuggets have a serious advantage over Portland. And then if you look at the Knicks and the Clippers, I think the Clippers are a very strong team. I think that the Hawks could beat the Knicks. I think that would be I think that Lakers upset would be my first guess, and then Hawks upset would be my second best bet. I think that the Clippers are still stronger than the Mavericks. I know Mavericks have improved, and last year they had a really crappy schedule, but I still think that the Clippers should be able to win that series. But again, I'm not really huge into following other teams in basketball. I'm just kind of a Celtics fan. But I do enjoy watching other games. And I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on the play-in games, who's going to win, who's going to make it to the playoffs, and how you think the first round is going to go. I'm also probably going to do a video after the NHL first round is completed. I've been watching the Bruins. The Bruins are up 2-1 in their series against the Capitals. All 3 games went into overtime. One of them went into double overtime. So that's been a really good series. I haven't watched any other games from the NHL playoffs yet, but I'm definitely going to make a video about it once the first round is done, and we're going to see who advances to the second round. But, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure to leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.